Heart is a muscular organ which pumps blood from the head till the toe. This small organ, which is 12 centimeter to into 9 centimeter wide, this small organ is capable of pumping blood in an individual who weighs around 70 to 1 quintal, 70 kgs to 1 quintal, and height is around 5 to 7 feet. So, with this kind of variation in size of human beings, that small heart, which is almost the size of our closed fist, is capable of translocating the blood. And this entire organ is specialized in various ways for performing this all task. First thing for the specialization of the heart is the presence of cardiac muscles. If you remember, you have studied about the cardiac muscles. These are specialized muscles, striated muscles, which are present in the heart, and they are only present in the heart because cardiac muscles are capable of continuous relaxation and contraction from the time they are formed till the death of the same individual. The first organ, if you think about the human beings, the first organ which is formed in a fetus is a is the heart. And from the very first day till the death of the individual, it keeps on continuously beating. And each time the heart beats, it pumps 70 milliliter of blood. So in a particular minute or in a single minute, we can expect that 5 liters or little more than 5 liters of blood is pumped within a single minute. So this kind of activity, rigorous activity, can only be seen in case of cardiac muscles because of presence of high amount of ATP within it. So ATP molecules, that is adenosine triphosphate, is distributed in the entire heart evenly, which helps in continuous rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart muscles. If we see the structure of the heart, it has presence of various vessels along with the four chambers. These four chambers I will be representing with two different colors. Red color will be representative of the left auricle and left ventricle because it contains the oxygenated blood, whereas the blue color will be used in order to represent the right atrium and the right ventricle. You must understand that what is the entire mechanism by which the heart pumps blood. Let me discuss about it in a summarized way at first. First thing what happens is the pulmonary vein. It brings the oxygenated blood to the left auricle, and then from the left auricle the oxygenated blood is deposited to the left ventricle, and through the left ventricle, as there is presence of aorta within it, the blood is circulated to the entire body. After circulation of the blood to the entire body through the superior and inferior vena cava, the blood is collected in the right auricle. From the right auricle, once the blood is completely collected, it moves or it drips down to the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve, and then after the deoxygenated blood, it moves with the help of pulmonary artery for oxygenation to the lungs. So this is the entire mechanism by which the heart works. But we will be studying in details about the heart beat or the movement of the heart or mechanism of heart beating in three different steps. The first step which we will be discussing will be the pulmonary circulation. I'm not writing circulation, so you all remember it. Pulmonary means related to the lungs. So, when the blood is moving, deoxygenated blood is moving through the pulmonary artery to the lungs, left and right lung, respectively, to get oxygenated. Once the blood is moving to both the lungs for oxygenation and oxygenation has occurred, then after the blood, it comes back to the same heart, that is left atrium, through the pulmonary vein, and this oxygenated blood again, when it comes back, it has completed the pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary circulation means blood, deoxygenated blood going to the lungs, left and right lung for oxygenation, and after oxygenation through the pulmonary vein, it is coming back to the left auricle as because it is already oxygenated. Now, this pathway is pulmonary circulation. Second pathway is known as the systemic circulation. Second pathway is systemic circulation. Systemic circulation is the process which occurs after this, after pulmonary circulation. That is, from the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood is transported through the aorta to different parts of our body. There are three pores or three vessels, if you can see. Three arteries are there. One artery transfers the blood, oxygenated blood, to the head or the upper part of our body. Second one transports the blood to the lower part of our body, that is below the heart level. You can think of the stomach, liver, and different organs in our body till the toes. And the third partition of the aorta or third artery of the aorta transports blood or transmits blood to the heart itself, because heart is also continuously contracting as well as relaxing. So there is movement of blood from inside, or there is requirement of nutrients and energy to the heart itself, because there is always requirement of high amount of energy for the heart muscles or cardiac muscles, so they also have continuous supply of blood. So with the help of these three arteries, the blood is moved to different parts of our body, and after moving to different organs, the utilization of oxygen takes place, and again when the blood becomes deoxygenated, it comes back to the right auricle through the superior vena cava as well as inferior vena cava, and from there it is deposited back to the right ventricle. This process, from the left ventricle through aorta to different organs to again back to the right auricle and then to the right ventricle, is known as systemic circulation. Now, what is the third kind of circulation? The third circulation, which I will be discussing with you all, is the coronary circulation. Now, I have already discussed about it while I was discussing about the third artery of the aorta. I said that the blood is transmitted or transported to the heart itself, heart muscles itself, because they also require a lot of energy for performing the continuous contraction and relaxation of the heart muscles. So that is done with the help of, or that circulation, when the aorta supplies or when a artery supplies blood to the heart itself, and all the oxygenated blood is utilized by the heart muscles, and again the deoxygenated blood is supplied back to the right auricle. That process is known as coronary circulation. So these are the three different kinds of circulation, and this is how we can discuss about the working of the heart. So we used all these four chambers, and we understood about the circulation with the help of pulmonary circulation, where the deoxygenated blood from the right auricle is transported to both the pulmonary chambers, that is both the lungs, for oxygenation, and from there the pulmonary artery brings back the pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery takes the oxygenated part, or pulmonary artery takes the deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation, and after the oxygenation has occurred, then after the deoxygenated blood, it comes again back to the left auricle with the help of pulmonary vein. Please do not get confused. Pulmonary artery always carries deoxygenated blood, whereas pulmonary vein, it always carries the oxygenated blood. So this is all about the working of the heart.